eternity of ringing off. I just happen to be alumni. Too legit, they still looking at me with one eye. The company I keep is not corporate enough. Child, you ain't orphan enough. A rapper turn can't morph into us, but a turn rapper can morph into Puff. Dance contest for the...
Trouble keeping up with the Joneses? It's a coach. This is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, Aaron Jones, no picnic a week ago. He's looking for another big game.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington. Redskins. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately.
Look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty don't even know where waste at. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my... You put up with this foolery. In reply, how you put up with this song and dance, all this buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me. Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in the breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. Want the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Come here.
Trouble keeping up with the Joneses? It's the coach, and this is the NFL.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington Redskins. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass. He didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Off the shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. They give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time. To throw now on first down. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. In for the score. And the Redskins have taken a first quarter lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. It's the fullback. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll look to throw. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a second and long. He'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
To throw is Stafford. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5. A false start backs them up 5. First and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's a look at the starters defensively for Washington. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Stafford. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
The A look at Washington as they come onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. And time to take a look at the Jaguar defense.
I want to highlight Telvin Smith, only the third linebacker in Jacksonville Jaguar history to make a Pro Bowl, but not for that reason. When he came out of Florida State with his build, many were projecting him as a safety in the NFL. About 215 pounds. He's gotten a little bit bigger, but his ability to run and hit and make plays has made him one of the most valuable linebackers in the NFL. They made the right choice leaving him at that spot.
That one goes for 24 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He sets up the screen to Jones. Well, they pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. The gain of 39 that time.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense, can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 49 yards.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I could just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same thing. What route does a defense hate? Crossing route. Hate it, hate it, hate it, because it's hard to change direction when they get going full speed in the other way.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point just does sneak over the bar, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30. 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, Take the points and keep moving.
As we'll see one following the score on the final play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The give is to Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now it'll be 4th and short.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Complete. Richardson has it. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 49 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it'll work for big yardage.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go! White 90! White 90!
Back to throw. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Hauschka with the extra point. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Set, waiting!
Stafford on 1st down. And this is going to be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. He is putting on a show in this second quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a first down.
Flex round! Flex round!
They're going to look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. He is putting on a show in this second quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a first down.
Flex round! Flex round!
Back to throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Maxwell. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ohio! Ohio!
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. He got 29 yards that time. Again, he'll drop the throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They'll set up a throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. In for the score. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Porter. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 42 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first two passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point. So not only is that his third touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. On first down, Stafford here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big third down play there for the Jags. 41 yards. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a first and goal just inside. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Philip Dorsett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Give him 30 yards there. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Give him 30 yards there. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Back to throw now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Out of the gun now on third down. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Redskins are going to add on to their lead.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A give to Jones. And an alley to run. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. In for the score. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but in today's NFL, I wouldn't want to play defense. Too many great receivers and guys who are accurate, who can get them the ball. We've seen the result, days like this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Extra point right down the middle, and that will get them 1 closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there, 65 yards. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Yeah, let's get set. 180. Mike 52. Mike 52.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the second half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football, because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns out, He's going to be hard to deal with in the film room, isn't he? He's going to want to know why he's not getting more passes thrown to him.
Those big tight ends are getting greedy. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. To throw, and this one's incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it.
Flex round! Flex round!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. There he goes inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. As his guys are in for 6. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Stafford now to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 51 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Complete. Richardson has it. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Ohio! Flex round!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one and another first down. Back to throw again. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. In for the score. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Stafford on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. A gain of 32 that time.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Flex round! Flex round!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. It's been quite the game for him individually, a trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see. There he goes right side. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Maxwell. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Back to throw here. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll drop the throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Flex round!
Looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. In for the score. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Set, lady. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And this one is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Set, blue 60.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Past the 20. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Set, lady.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Oh, this is blocked. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Flex round, flex round. Ohio, Ohio.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Flex round, flex round. Ohio, Ohio.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They'll look to throw. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. In for the score. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. A throw left side complete to his receiver Westbrook. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Flex round! Ohio!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. They're already slim. Hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And the return will actually lose 11 yards, but they get the interception. They have the football. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
23 yards on the play. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
A big 30-yard play on 3rd. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, 40 yards. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
Flex round! Flex round!
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Back to throw now on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. In for the score. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. From the gun, Stafford. Room here to run. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Extra point attempt to follow here. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up. By the Redskins. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. The result, a first down as the quick slant gets him 14. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
All right, partner, this is where I get to show my age. Because I remember when the strip sack kind of came into vogue, where defenders were taught not just to make the tackle, but do that little extra, try and jostle the arm of the runner and knock it free. And that's what we just saw there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford, wide open receiver, complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there, 64 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And that was just 4 verticals. They were going for a big play, and it resulted in a big play.
And you know why that's so difficult to cover? Because you can throw the ball to any one of those 4 vertical receivers at any point in the pattern. Wherever they're open, just get them the ball and then let them run after it.
And he runs it all the way in for a touchdown. Stafford, and his throw is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time, the fumble to turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball.
And this is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Redskins are going to add on to their lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass, and that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. On 1st down at Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 23 yards on the play.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On first down, Stafford here. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Jaguars on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a first down.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds a man with a crossing route. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it. Apologies. He'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The Jaguars getting set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Jaguars get a score closer. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
You ready? 250. Check.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. Still staying, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there, 53 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays. Good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get him one closer. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have that feeling that has to be the best. You just go out in complete control of this game here for hopefully one final possession.
And it's a culmination of preparation that began with
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Flex round! Flex round! Check it back.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. It's a big play there for the Redskins on 3rd down. 47 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. In for the score. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly. They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Big 20, big 20. Ready? Waiting.
Stafford on 1st down. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. One last throw here for Stafford. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a